funny, like, how much change can happen in like less than a year.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
bonkers, actually, hey.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So we were kind of discussing what we should talk about, and then you mentioned impermanence. Right?
Yeah. Because so much has been happening. And I'm having a baby, and I'm moving into my girlfriend's house, and I was like, there's a lot of changes coming up, and a lot of big changes and things, and it comes in waves of like, shit, everything's changing, man. And then,
yes.
Yeah. So then I thought, like, whoa, how'd you manage the changes? Because they get a bit hectic sometimes.
Yeah.
And then the thing I come back to is that impermanence, like, stuff is always changing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get your head around that, it made everything easier.
Exactly.
Sort of.
Exactly. We're always in flux. There's always stuff happening, but I think it's being grounded and just surrendering to that. Okay, this is what's happening, but you're not going to change. You're still yourself. And I think if you can stay grounded and connected and even though all this is happening around you, then it's gonna help, because it's easy. I get lost in it too. Like when I've got things happening, I get really lost in it. And I'm like,
It's tricky,
what's
isn't
happening?
it?
I know.
But I think that, what you just said then about you're still going to be you, that's the thing that counts, right? Because I was like I'm quite tied into the whole Bondi thing. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, Bondi Ben.
Exactly, like that's everything's like Bondi. So then to be leaving it was like a big move, and I was like kind of clinging to it a bit, and that was making me feel a bit like, oh, I'm just hanging on, and that's not really that helpful, is it? You kind of gotta like let it go and just, like you say, surrender to the process.
Yeah.
And
Trust, exactly. And you're not even that far. You're moving to Bronte. Like, come on. Hello. Like, no, because I get that we moved to Elizabeth Bay, and that was hard for me because I've lived in Bondi pretty much, like, longer than I've lived anywhere in my life. And longest, like, in Sydney, I've lived in Bondi. So I feel like that is, like, my home. That's, like, my crew. And it's weird moving to Elizabeth Bay. I mean, now I've kind of, like, I've accepted it. I'm like, okay, I'm here. It's better for everyone. And, you know, it is pretty. I do like it here. And of course, I miss Bondi. But it is awesome. But I can always go back to Bondi. And
it's still going to be there.
It's so, exactly.
It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
And like, it's a chance to grow and to do all the good things that I want to do.
Well, yeah. And explore new things, you know, and exploring a new neighborhood and that kind of thing, which... And I think, like, for you, like, it's going to be a nice change. I mean, it's just a lot of change at once, but it's a thing, I think.
Yeah, it is a lot of change at once, but I feel like that's okay. Like, if you break it all down, it's just lots of small changes, life-changing changes.
Big life changes.
But
creating life changes,
Yeah, but I think it's good. And I think that whole surrender piece, like, it's so important. And then, like, you can apply that to just everything, right?
100%.
The stories we tell ourselves, not always true. Always changing. The stories we tell about other people, always changing. Like, so then it just became this, like, amazing force for good almost. It was like, because, you know, sometimes, like, this person is always that, and it always shits me, and they're not always anything, man. Like, they're changing as much as we all are, as this sofa is, and you are, and everything changes. Exactly.
It does,
So let those stories go.
Exactly. And I think it's, like, important we just be true to who we are, and, like... That's because that's the one constant thing, the stable thing. Everything else is like, ooh, we're just like, I know, going around, exactly. But I get it. It can be challenging, and I know it's a lot, but I think you're handling it quite well, and you seem like it.
I just reckon it will, like, it is what it is, right? It is happening, and so you just gotta, go with it.
Exactly. Everything's meant to be the way, and, like, that's just how it is, and accepting it, and be like, okay, this is my path right now. I mean, because the more we fight it, go against it, the harder it's going to be.
I was going to say.
Like,
and I feel like that's where the pain in the process came from, me hanging on to that, being like, whoa, but I'm Bondi Ben, I must be in Bondi forever.
Totally.
Which is stupid when I said it out loud. But, like, that's the story I was telling myself, like, this is where I live, this is who I am, this is how I've created my identity based around this. But it's not like I'm going to move anywhere and I'll still be me.
Exactly. Still being Bronte then. No, I've actually done that because my thing was a Bondi yogi. That's kind of like my little hashtag. I still have it there, but then I've also put /Elizabeth Bay.
More hashtags.
I know, totally. I know, exactly. More hashtags. But no, I mean, it is. Yeah, it's good. Change is good, and I've been trying to tell myself that too. Change is good. We can't. So easy to get stuck in our ways and stuck in those habits and routines and just doing everything the same. And this is what I do. I do this and that. But it's fun to switch it up and mix it up 100%. And get
change those stories.
Yeah.
Because the stories don't always help
us. No, exactly. I know. Yeah, exactly. So very exciting. And so you're moving out. When's the baby due?
November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be daddy.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. That'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be really good.
Yeah, and then more change. Imagine that. All the things you've got to let go of because there's so many things outside of your control now. There's gonna be a whole nother sphere of letting go.
Yes. And I never realized how selfish I was until I had a kid. Wow.
Because that's things that seem to matter now.
Yeah. I mean, you make so many sacrifices for your kid. That's what you do. It's now I understand why parents always told me these things, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I'm really appreciate everything they did for me. I'm like, okay, they made a lot of sacrifices for me. That's what you do, and
Yeah, it's not about you anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. So.
That's a bit of change.
Yeah, very exciting.
No more pissing around.
I know. See Bondi then with the Ergo baby and
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's the thing I've been grappling with. Not grappling with, but thinking about.
Yeah. I
think it's kind of good. Those Buddha people are onto something, hey?
Yeah, 100%. No, change is good. I have like I said, I've had little changes here myself, moving to a new suburb, but I mean, but it's okay. I've gotten more used to it and everything. And I feel like I have. Like I said, I do miss Bondi, and I know Jason to get annoyed when I start talking about Bondi, but I'm I spent so much time my life there, so I have great memories, but like I said, I can always go back. It's not that big a deal. It's not it's that far.
Exactly, and those places will always be there, and you'll always have those memories there too. So you can go back to it, and you can relive it, but you can thank it for what it was, but not hold on to
the
things, right?
Holding on to trying to like you say grasp it. That's what's That's gonna hold you back.
Force it and cling to it, or be like, I just want to be. That's gonna mess things up, right?
Yeah, hold you back and. Not able to grow.
Right? Now we got to grow like trees in new places.
So that's very exciting, Ben.
Thanks.
Anything else you want to add?
No. Is that the world's quickest podcast?
Yes, I know. I can't really think adding on to anything else, but
What are your 3 tips for dealing with change?
So accepting it, letting go of everything else that you thought, just welcoming new kind of perspective, new thoughts, and really surrendering to it, being open to change. I think you got to accept, let go, and just welcome on change, because that's part of life. I mean, things are always changing and happening, and if you don't go with it, you're just going to be stuck where you are. That's not get stagnant. I think change is good for us. 100%. But I think you do have to just surrender to it and go accept it. This is happening, and I can either sit here and fight it and be angry and or I just be like, okay, this is what life's giving me. This is what's happening, and this is how I'm going to deal with it. This is,
Yeah, and change is everywhere, like you say, right?
Yeah.
Things are always constantly changing and growing and evolving and shifting shape and form.
So I have this thing I like to say in my yoga classes that life is full of wobbles, right? Because wobbles happen in different ways. how we get stressed out in life, we get challenged in life, things don't go our way, we get in a fight with our partner, with our kid, whatever it is. It's like these wobbles are always happening, but it's not about the wobbles, it's how we deal with them and how we react to them. So I just try to tell myself that. It's like, that's, gotta, like, this is happening, but, like, I can rather...
That's so true, hey?
Yeah.
Because it's how you react to the thing that makes it better or not. You could be a dick to me and I could be like, and stew about it and rant about it and hang on to it for, like, ever and a day. Yeah. Or I could just let it go over, like, water off a duck's back and be like, maybe you were just having a bad day.
Well, yeah, 100%. You know, it's like you own it. It's like, I can take it out on someone else and be like, no, it's their fault. Like, but it's like, or
someone's hurt me, so I'm going to hurt you.
I know. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, so... But I think you handled it quite well, Benny boy, and thanks, I'm so excited for you. Like, I'm so excited for this next chapter of life. It's like, it's huge, and and I was gonna ask you, like, because I know you're kind of like the same as me, like all my family's in the States, and then your partner Laura, like her family's back in the UK as well, so that'll be
it'll be as well. It'll be super interesting, and I think like I'm lucky, I've got heaps of good friends who I know are like supportive, like yourself and the crew, and like having watched, like I've got some good strong women in my world that can have done it by themselves or whatever. So I think it'll be good. I've got some good role models. You can do it. Like, it's amazing. I'm so excited. Same. Excited to have a little baby in the group. Like, gosh, no one's had a baby in a while. I know, right? We're like the outliers. I feel like we're the only ones.
I know, exactly. Oh, very exciting. So there's my 3 key takeaways. And what about you, Ben?
I liked yours, and I feel like you've kind of nailed it. Just the length. For me, the big thing was just to, like, not fight the change. Like, the change is happening. Things have been chosen for a reason. So just, even if you don't know what that reason is, just go at it with curiosity, a bit of good grace, and see if you can just, like, ride the wobble.
Exactly. Go with the flow. Go with it. It's like when you get stuck in a rip, right? You just gotta, like, surrender to it and just let it carry you. Like,
it's perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yay! Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll do more. We'll keep doing with this, Benny, because gosh, it's been so long. I feel like just I don't know, things happening, and I know.
Get them in before the bubble comes.
Exactly. I know. Well, thanks so much, everyone, for watching, for listening, and hopefully we will